Hey Rose, want to grab a drink?
Your happiest hour of the week starts now.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy because the drinks are on us. Welcome back to Drinks on Us. I'm Riley.
And I'm Rose. We're so excited you're here for episode 2. Quick shout out to everybody who watched episode 1 or listened. It was so exciting and we're so thankful for you guys. And we're really excited to kick off episode 2. Yes. We decided today we are going to be talking about all things balance, the journey to kind of finding balance in your adulthood or whatever season of life you're in. Gosh, it can be prioritizing goals, fun, working out, healthy habits, you name it. It can be a struggle, and I can totally relate as I just got back from a week-long trip in Florida, and I always crave coming home to balance. I feel like I could go off on a tangent. We'll get into that a little bit later. But before we do, Rye, what's in your cup?
Yes. So tonight I am drinking my Whitehaven Sauvignon Blanc again. So cheers. It is you guys have to try it. If you like dry wine, I promise you will love it. It's crisp. It's perfect for summer. It's light, but I could go on and on. Rose, what's in your cup?
You make me want to love wine. I try so hard, but I'm just not a wine girl, but you'll
get there. We'll get you there.
I'll get there. I hope I get there. Today I have La Marca champagne. I feel like it's my go-to champagne. It's just that blue and silver one you see at every store. And then I threw in some blueberries to feel special because why not? It's the occasion.
I love that. Now I wish that every drink you have, you make it look and sound so good that I wish that's what I was drinking.
Oh my gosh.
I love La Marca. Is it Prosecco?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I didn't even say it was Prosecco. I am like no brute Prosecco girl till I die. I wish, like, if I could drink a spritz or champagne every day, well, not every day, but on the days that I'm drinking, I would be so happy. But I, one, get the worst hangovers, and two, champagne is so sugary, unfortunately.
That's why it gives you a bad hangover, because of all the sugar.
Does your wine give you hangovers or no?
I mean, not if I just like have a glass or two, but I feel like if you drink a lot, it's regardless of what it is, it'll give you a hangover. But I think specifically Prosecco has so much sugar, and that's why you can have one glass and have like a headache the next day.
Yeah, it's really sad. But I just love the taste.
This is perfect because this ties into the episode, everything in moderation.
Yes. Oh my gosh. We didn't even plan that one.
Okay. So speaking of your trip to Florida, we haven't really talked that much. I want to hear all about it.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me everything.
It was so much fun. I am exhausted though. And I feel like no matter what, no matter my intentions, when I go and travel, it is so hard to like keep up with your healthy habits and like your routine that you have going so well in your own space. But it was so fun. It is so hot there right now. And honestly, this time of year, yes. Oh my gosh. The humidity in Florida is something different. If you guys don't know, my family, well, my parents and my husband Ryan's parents both live in Florida, only an hour and a half from each other. So it works out really nice to go visit them. So that's why we went down there to go visit our parents. And it was so fun. Normally this time of year, it rains all the time. You know how there's like the Florida afternoon showers?
Yeah.
Like it rained one time on our way to the airport yesterday, leaving to come home. So it was crazy. And I think that made it that much more hot because it didn't rain. But it was so fun. And it makes me already miss summer because I feel like it's slowly like leaving here in Kentucky.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you had such a great time though. I feel like you have the perfect hair for humid weather. It's like your hair gets voluptuous and you have some curls going on. Like my hair does not do well in the humidity at all.
Oh my gosh. Well, I feel like my natural hair comes out, but I feel like we'll have to talk about this at a later time. My natural hair kind of left me for a while during our Ladybird era because it wasn't allowed to be there. And now my hair is finally starting to curl a little bit more. I have naturally really curly wavy hair. So yes, that thrives, but it like doesn't have the same curl as it did before college, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, I feel like I do hear about your hair changing like texture and you get curls later in life or you had curls and they disappear. So I feel like that's just a part of growing up.
Yeah, and frying my hair every day to straighten it and then curl it during Ladybirds definitely didn't help. I feel like my hair had to go through a total regrowth. But you had a weekend yourself, weren't you, in Cleveland? I want to hear about it. It looks so fun.
Okay, so I was in Cleveland visiting Cade's parents. We went to this Italian festival. It was so much fun. But I have to say, so Cade wore a white linen shirt. And this festival, there were like food vendors lined across the whole street. It was packed. So because it was Italian, there was pasta and raviolis and pizza and just like red sauce everywhere.
Yum.
So Cade got this bread bowl with cavatelli noodles and a meatball and red sauce. And you're like eating it on the street. And this one noodle literally fell off of the plate, bounced on his shirt like 5 times on the way down. So like this one noodle caused all of this havoc on his white shirt, which we all told him. We were like, why are you wearing a white shirt to an Italian festival? And he was confident he wouldn't get anything on it. So now
you guys looked really cute in your white though.
Well, I didn't get red sauce on my shirt. Only Kate did. But I'm like running his shirt through the cycle a million times, trying to get these tomato stains out. So if anyone has any good tricks for getting tomato stains out of a shirt, leave it in the comments because I need it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I feel like the only thing that works for me for that, have you ever used the Messy Eaters? It's like for kids, but.
Okay. Is that the stuff with the blue cap? I think I bought it because you use it.
Yes. Did
we'll
you try
have to link it? It worked, but not all the way. So I think I need to do like another round of it. And I am confident that it will work. So I will keep you updated if I get that stain out.
Good luck.
Speaking of Cleveland and Ohio, I wanted to ask if you saw that Morgan Wallen was at a concert in Ohio this past weekend and he came out with a shaved head. What are your thoughts?
I love Morgan Wallen.
Me too.
I'm not like obsessed with his appearance. Like I think he's cute, but I'm not like crushing over him. But oh my gosh, he had the best, like everything about his appearance and his vibe, I feel like was meant for the flow with like his hat. I was a little sick. I saw the funniest TikTok of how it was like, we go from like Morgan Wallen to Kenny Chesney, like in a heartbeat. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm just confused because his mullet was his brand. And I feel like there's a reason why he did it. Like, did he get lice? No, just kidding.
Well, I watched a video and he said, like, I didn't like my hair anymore and I got rid of it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know how long that, like, he didn't just go for like a buzz cut. Like, he looks full-fledged bald.
Right. And that's why I'm like, that was a bold decision. And I feel like there had to have been a reason behind it because literally we know Morgan Wallen for his mullet.
I know.
So,
and you know what? I do feel like he does not give a fuck, excuse my language, about anything. I feel like nothing's too big of a deal. Like he just, whatever he's feeling, he just goes for it.
Yeah. Go off, King. I love that.
Go off. I mean, good for him. Maybe he'll rock like a new look. I'm just kind of waiting for some hair to grow back because I don't think I'm feeling it.
I know. Me too. I'm kind of sad.
Yeah, I know, but whatever. I would be really sad if I was at the concert. That'd be really sad.
Like imagine the shock.
God, his hair. Yeah,
I'd be like, that's not Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, doppelganger or something. Okay, speaking of like the entertainment gossipy world, are you following? I don't know her last name, but Bobby Aldridge. I don't know her last name. She's like the new big influencer podcaster. Wait, really?
Okay, so no.
Sorry, she's shaking her head if you're listening.
I don't. So can you explain what's going on?
So if any of you guys don't know the style or who Bobby is, right, I know you know who Caleb Presley is, right?
Yeah, I don't know who this Bobby is.
Okay, well, her interview style is so similar to me. I feel like she's trying to be the girl version of Caleb Presley. But there's all this talk about like her being an industry plant, which meaning like I don't even know necessarily what that means. Just like she is kind of planted and has like a really big team behind her. Like her 5th podcast episode was with Drake.
And how does she get that connection with Drake? Like how does she get Drake on the podcast?
That's the thing. It's like she started this podcast and everybody's first time ever hearing about her was when she was doing this interview with Drake that like popped off on all social media platforms. And then she's done like Tyga and who else has she done? Like Offset and like all these huge names.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, who is this girl? Where did she come from? Like she had been on TikTok, but not like someone as big as like an Alex Earl where almost everyone knows her. So anyways, she like has broken character on like Good Morning America and different interview like styles, but I don't know, it's like a very weird vibe. Like the one with her and Drake, you'll have to look. Well, actually, I don't know, I'm sure other people's clips are up there, but the reason I brought it up is there's all this talk that something happened between Bobby and Drake. So Bobby's the girl, and the reason they're saying this is because they unfollowed each other on Instagram and the podcast is no longer on her platform.
Oh wow.
But like she's married and has kids.
That is telling me that maybe they published something in the podcast that Drake like didn't approve or something.
But it's like been out for weeks and they were like both posting different stuff. She went to his concert. They had this like very, I felt like fun friendship. It was so weird though, like in the podcast that they filmed, they were like sitting in a bed together. It was so odd.
Wait, now I want to see it. And you're saying it's deleted everywhere.
Well, like hers is, but I feel like all over social media, other people have uploaded their versions. You have to like look it up. But I'm just curious, like what the hell happened? Because I'm almost positive the show she was at with Drake or for Drake's concert was in LA and that's where he is right now. So I think it's like something just happened, like maybe at his concert or like at an after party or something.
That's bizarre.
It's so weird. So if you guys are following it, I just found out about this whole little saga today. So I'm very curious. I'll have to keep you updated. But in the meantime, I feel like you have to do some research on like, I want to hear your opinion on her and like her style.
No, I'm definitely going to look her up and look up that interview. I'm very curious. Definitely some drama going on.
Something, and I'm so nosy. I want to know what it is.
I feel like we're both kind of nosy.
Yeah. I have to ask you. I keep like staring. Your skin looks amazing. Are you using the new what is it? Double Wear?
Yes. Okay. So update from last week, you guys. I got the Double Wear foundation. I love it so far. It's very thick. It has full coverage. I don't know if you feel this way too, Rose, but whenever I'm trying to color match in store, I absolutely panic. Like it's so hard to color match and I just feel like I tank every time. So I got a color that's pretty good. I think it matches, but I'm tan right now. And so I'm going to need to get something else for the winter, but it's fine for now, I think. You'll have to let me know if you think it's too dark.
No, I literally was just thinking about the same thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this already getting too dark? Because I feel like I kind of losing my tan. I will say when I went to Sephora in New York, I don't know if they are like on just a different level because it's New York.
Definitely.
This lady came up to me and remember how I was telling you and everyone listening last week that I went back to Giorgio Armani after. So she pulled up my record of like, I probably bought it for a year and a half, 2 years ago. And she pulled up my shade, which is so crazy because of course I didn't remember. I didn't have it with me. It was an empty bottle. And she recolor matched me and like logged it into this system that like if I ever ask for help at any other Sephora, they'll have my history of what time of year I bought which shade.
Wait, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I've never had that happen to me.
I know. I was like, is this like a new thing? And they were like, no, we do this all the time. It's like in the system. If you ever need help, just ask someone to pull it up. And they did the same thing for the hourglass. So you need to go ask someone at Sephora to help you color match.
I really just need to ask someone for help, but I was like, I can do it. I can match my own color. And I feel like
I
did okay, but
it looks good. It looks really good. I don't think it looks too dark at all.
Okay, thank you. But I did want to talk about another thing in this segment that I feel like everyone needs to know about. My curler, which Rose, you know.
Oh, you guys.
So I feel like everyone needs the Bio-Ionic. That's kind of a tongue twister.
Yeah.
It's an extra long barrel curler. So the barrel is like longer than the average curler. It's a clamp curler and it's good for people. Rose used it one time at my house. And did you end up getting it? You were going to.
No, it's literally number one on my I want list because nothing compares to it. I mean, give your spiel on it and then I'll say why I want it so bad.
No, it's just the extra long barrel makes such a difference. It's good for girls with long hair. I mean, my long hair is fake. I have extensions, but regardless, if your hair is real or fake, it just makes such a difference.
We support both.
We support both here at Drinks on Us.
Okay, so my thing, I use the Kristen S. It's the white and gold one from Target. If you probably have seen it, I don't know if the name is super popular, but I like it. I do. But what I love the most about the BioIonic, which I have the BioIonic blow dryer, amazing. Also, the BioIonic is what the people at my salon use. And I'm like, when you leave the salon, you're obsessed with your hair.
Yes.
And the way they curl it. But I think when I use it, because Erica also has the BioIonic, and like everyone who I feel like has extensions or I just love the way their hair looks, they're always using this. I don't know why I haven't bought it yet, but my favorite thing is how well it holds your hair. I feel like mine always slides off the barrel and it doesn't have a good grip, especially if my hair is super clean. And I feel like the BioIonic is so firm, but it doesn't pull your hair. It's just, you're making me want to go on and buy it tonight.
No, literally go buy it. The reason that I got it too was because the salon was using it. I get my hair done at Habit during spring training and they curled my hair. This is like 2 years ago now that I've had it for like 2 years, but they used it and I went home and bought it that night because it's that good. So I definitely wanted to talk about that during this segment, even though it's not in my cart, I already have it. But Rose, what's in your cart?
Okay. So I know last week I was talking about tennies and sneakers, and I'm still obsessed with sneakers. And I feel like, okay, so recently within the last couple of months, I got a pair of Sambas, the black Adidas shoes you probably see on my, I'm wearing them so much. And the reason why I want to get another pair is because I'm always gravitating towards picking those. And I feel like it's almost becoming too redundant. Like I need the white style or like the green or like something different. So I have, a little variety. I just feel like it's going with a lot of stuff in my closet, like the style I'm gravitating towards right now. But I'm thinking maybe I'll get those instead of the New Balances because I feel like they're like more in my style right now.
So you have the black ones, right?
Yes.
What color would you get now? White or what color?
So the white ones I feel like are a safe bet because I'd wear them so much and they still have black in them, but maybe they're not as aggressive as the black ones are like very identifiable. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like if you're wearing them a lot, I feel like they're noticeable. But they also have, I believe they're Sambas, but they're white with dark green stripes.
Cute. That's cute. So you can't go wrong with either one.
And I keep saying green. So maybe that's a sign.
You do. You do keep saying green. I feel like you're leaning towards it.
I almost think I need the curling iron before another pair of sneakers, but those are definitely high up in my cart.
Oh my gosh. So something else in my cart is something that I'm repeat buying that I know I love. It's the Amika dry shampoo. Have you tried that brand?
No, but I keep seeing you talk about it. Yeah. I keep seeing. So
I have been a dry shampoo girly for so long. You know that, Rose, since college.
Yes.
And
yes.
I have never strayed away from it. But sometimes I've noticed that it's gotten a little too chalky and thick. Like when I put it in.
Yes. And I feel the same way about dry bar.
Yes. Something made me try this Amika Perk Up Plus, not the regular one. You have to get the Perk Up Plus, and it is amazing. It smells so freaking good, and it's in my cart because I ran out of it. This is going to be the third time I'm buying it. So that is something else in my cart that I absolutely love. And if you're in the market for dry shampoo, definitely try it out. It's from Sephora.
I have a question about it. Okay, so is it show a lot of white? Like, you know how certain brands, when you spray, it's no? Okay, I love that.
It doesn't come out white. Yeah.
Okay, I love that. I'm always finding my way going back to Orbe. You ever use?
Okay. I've never used that, but I hear rave things about that brand.
Yes. So I always find myself going back to their texturizing spray and their dry shampoo. But I actually have to go over to Sephora. I just ran out of my new favorite shampoo and conditioner. I started using the Pureology. I don't know exactly, how there's different kinds, but it's, the color is blue. I forget exactly what it does or the name of it, but I love it. I feel like I've gone through so many shampoo and conditioners. I couldn't find one that I felt really cleaned my hair, lathered, the smell, all that. And I have to run over and get that at Sephora. So maybe I'll grab that because I'm actually out of dry shampoo. I have the I feel like I always have a cheap one on hand
Yes.
that I never love. I have like the Not Your Mother's white and blue one, and I'm like, ugh, I hate it.
Why do I always
do.
have one like that too? Like, where do we get it? I just always have it around when I run out.
I know, and it's the worst. So I was going to get the Orbe, but I think I'm going to try this one.
Okay.
Since I'm in the market. Also, while I'm at Sephora, I have been dying. I'm don't know the exact name, but have you tried any liquid eyeshadows before?
Yeah, I use the Stila liquid eyeshadow every time I do my makeup. I love it.
Okay. Well, I'm loving everything else liquid because I feel like it works for my skin better. It's more, I don't know, movable, and I just feel like it wears better. And I've been seeing the Glossier. I don't know how to say that brand. What is it?
I don't either. I don't know what it is.
So they have these liquid, like brush type of eyeshadows, and they're super brown and warm hues, which I love. I'm not the best at eyeshadow. I don't really know what I'm doing. And I just kind of like a little shimmer, something that I can kind of wear up or wear down. But I feel like I'm going to grab one of those. I feel like it'll be nice for me to try out. So after my Sephora run, I will definitely let you guys know what I think. Hopefully I can go with enough time to give you a full review this time next week.
Yes. Okay. I definitely want to see a haul if you go. Watching Sephora hauls on TikTok is actually like one of my favorite things to do. So you'll have to keep us updated. But let's dive into the meat of the episode. I feel like we could talk for years about this topic. So today, you guys, we are talking about finding the balance of life. So I think I should start by kind of going over our background and like how we kind of came to find balance. So Rose and I started out, so we became friends at 5 years old. And I think a large part of us becoming friends was because our parents put us in competitive dance. And so we started at a young age, performing on stage at dance competitions, and we were in the dance studio all the time, and you're wearing a leotard and you're wearing crop tops and booty shorts. And so it's just always kind of been a conscious thing in our minds, like body image and performing, and, you put on stage makeup, you want to look your best. And so I think just from a young age, we've kind of just always been conscious of our bodies, right?
Yeah, I think that definitely kind of started not like an unhealthy relationship with food and like balance, but you're always aware like, okay, I'm going into the studio tomorrow and I have to wear these very tight and like barely anything covering type of outfits. And I feel like it just kind of created this cycle of, I don't know. I feel like in college, like we had no idea how to like properly fuel our bodies. We were having coffee with sugar and cream. And don't get me wrong, I still love my coffee and going out and treating myself. But like that was basically our breakfast and lunch. And then before going to practice, we were having like a Quest bar with peanut butter. And we thought that
was so healthy.
It's kind of so crazy to think about.
No. And that was like the diet culture though. I feel like everyone on Instagram was like eating Quest bars, and we just thought it was healthy. We didn't know any better. And kind of
Len and Larry cookies.
Len and Larry cookies. We thought those were so healthy. And there's like a million carbs.
A million. Oh my gosh. Just like I say all that to say we had such an unrealistic expectation with what was health and what we should eat, and just like unrealistic expectations for our young body that kind of carried with us through college. And I feel like not until after college did we get to like take time to figure out like longevity and habits as far as eating and like working out. I feel like, I don't know if you can agree, but I feel like as we exited college and dance was coming to the end, like we've danced since we were 5. So it was our exercise, it was our workout, it was everything. And then we were always wearing these itty bitty outfits, and it was coming to the end for the first time since we obviously could remember, age of 5. And I feel like it took so long for me to realize like how I should work out and like learning my body after being an athlete. So if you're like kind of struggling with that, I feel like that was really rough for me. Like even now looking back on college dance photos, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe like I wasn't working out then, but obviously we were dancing and doing that as a workout. But I feel like my body looked so different then, and it was such a struggle after college to kind of like learn my adult body or like growing as a woman, it's rough.
For sure. And just like kind of going back to, we were competitive dancers our whole life. And then in college, we continued to be competitive dancers. We were always in crop tops. Our coach weighed us. And if you didn't make weight, like you couldn't go on the floor. So I feel like body image was just a part of our lives forever. And we were so stressed about that. And we thought we were eating so healthy, but we were having Quest bars for a meal, which is not good at all. So that's just kind of how that was unhealthy, but we didn't know. We thought we were being healthy the way we're eating. I do want to ask you if it's time to tell the story.
I know exactly what you were going to say whenever you said that, when you were like, we didn't know any better. Yeah, just start the story. I know where this is going, and I think it has, I don't know. Does it have something does it have something to do with the word laxative? Okay, I'm going to sip my drink and you just go for it. I mean, it is a girls' night here, so.
Okay, sorry. We both had to sip our drinks to tell this story. So if you're listening to this, just know I never thought I would be telling this story.
For anyone and everyone to hear.
Okay, so what year is this? Freshman year of college. We were on the dance team and we were so concerned about our body image. Meanwhile, we were these little freshmen, like we were probably so skinny. We thought we were so fat. Anyways, so we were about to leave for nationals, which is like the biggest dance competition. It's what we prepared for all year. And we were about to leave for nationals literally the next day. And for some reason we were getting last minute things at CVS.
Wait. Can I pause and say we were about to leave and be on a bus with like 55 other people? As freshmen, we had to sit on the ground basically for 20 hours on the bus?
I think the trip was 17 hours.
Okay, just putting that into context because it just makes the story that much better.
Okay, so we're at Walgreens getting our last minute like bus snacks, and I don't know who said it, and I don't know why we thought this was a good idea, but one of us was like, should we get laxative to make us skinny for nationals? Because we're going to be like performing on stage in our costumes. And like, I don't think we gave it a second thought. We were like, yeah.
We were at Walgreens in 5 minutes.
So we got these laxatives. We go home to our dorm and I forget what the box said, like take 2 or take 1. And so we follow the directions, we take them. And did we go to sleep or no?
I can't remember. I want to say we took them either before or after practice and they like weren't kicking in right away.
So we were like, I think we need to take another one because we don't feel anything, which I don't know what we thought was going to happen.
I don't know. I mean,
this is like giving me anxiety just talking about it.
Me too. I'm overheating.
Okay. So we follow the directions and take the amount, and then we're like, okay, we need to take 1 more. So we take more laxatives. And then I think we went to sleep, and the next day is when shit hit the fan, literally.
Like actually literally. Oh my gosh. And to put it in context, this is so TMI. Like we are really like no filter here on Drinks on Us, but we were in a dorm room, so we didn't have multiple bathrooms. So we were
shared a toilet.
And okay. like honestly, I don't even know if this is too graphic, but like I thought it would be a totally different experience. Like it was the most painful thing in the world. And it didn't do anything. I didn't feel lighter. I didn't feel thinner. I didn't feel like I had a flatter stomach. Like PSA to never take a laxative unless like you actually need it for medical reasons.
Like PSA, laxatives don't make you skinny. Why did we think that? Why did we think that? So needless to say, we had a terrible time. Our stomachs were like cramping and we were sharing a toilet. And in the back of our heads the whole time, we're like, we have to get on a bus in a couple hours for 17 hours. And I think that was the scariest part. And we had practice before we had to get on the bus. And I don't know how this happened, but we were like fine by the time we had to get on the bus. Like we didn't have issues, right?
Yeah, we were like on the end, on the men's, but like it was a very out of body experience. At one point I was like, is this ever going to go away? Like I have never felt that kind of stomach pain in my life. I had so much regret. And we were freshmen. Like what were we thinking? I mean, just all around a total fail on our end.
Total fail. So that is kind of where our journey was at that point. Like, we just wanted to be skinny so bad that we took laxatives. That is so unhealthy.
So unhealthy.
And so fast forward, I feel like towards the end of college, we were getting better, but we still just didn't know true health and balance. Like, we were drinking, we were having fun. And you're right. I feel like after college and after you're done with your sport, or not done, but it's just like we kind of got into our routine of life and our jobs. That's kind of when we figured out, I guess, more so balance. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, you are in college and you're living out your best life. And aside from like the health side and the body image side, we also were drinking at like, what, 3 times a week at minimum?
Yeah, because we were in college and we were living our best life. That's what you do.
That is what you do. I mean, you don't have to, but we did.
No, you don't have to.
We didn't take things lightly. Did we talk about this already? No, we talked about this on our live, that like White Claws and seltzers were not a thing in college. So we were doing straight pulls of liquor and like chasing it with a McDonald's Sprite and Coke.
That's so gross.
So gross, bottom of the shelf. I say all of this to just basically say we didn't have the best relationship. Like, not that it wasn't a problem, but that obviously can affect your weight, especially if you're not blessed with like these genetics that you can just drink and not affect your body. We had some friends that were lucky enough to.
I'm not blessed.
No, I'm like, please give me better. Like, I just wish I could have been that kind of girl. That'd be amazing. Riley and I, we have so many stories that we could get so off on a tangent, but I remember we had some of our friends that were itty bitty. And to put it in context, obviously Riley and I were trying to be our best to feel thin, and we would copy their order at Dunkin' because Dunkin' was our obsession. And we're like, oh yeah, we can get cream and sugar. We can get a bagel every day. And I think quickly we realized, okay, we need to like stay in our own lane because this is not how we ate and not what our body can handle. And so, you know, to put that all into context, when you get out of college, you're trying to figure out a new normal. Like, how much can my body tolerate to drink? What feels good? What feels in balance? And like, don't get us wrong, Riley and I obviously were sitting here having a glass of wine and champagne talking, but I think we just figured and realized, you know, through trial and error and just kind of figuring things out, that everything is good in balance. It doesn't have to be all or nothing.
Right. And I think that goes along with diet culture. And like, I've tried it all, like going on a strict diet or trying these diet pills that 100% work, and they don't work. And it's just all about finding balance. And what is it, like the 80-20 lifestyle? Like 80% of the time you're eating healthy and 20% of the time you're treating yourself and doing what you want. And that is such a good balance, because if you restrict too much, at least this, I'm talking for myself. If I restrict too much, it's like I just crave that thing even more, and I just want it that much more, and I'll binge it. So I just if I'm craving a piece of pizza, I let myself eat it.
No, I think that's so true. And I kind of can relate to this going off of my trip to Florida. I feel like I used to be so hard on myself when I was traveling, like enjoying myself. If I'm with friends, if I'm with family, if I'm having an experience, that I should just live in the moment and enjoy the cupcake and the drinks and the pizza at night, like things that I don't normally do in my day-to-day, in my 80-20 lifestyle. Yeah. And I've been really working on it. I feel like I agree with you, Rye, like finding that balance where it's like, okay, this weekend I am enjoying life and just having fun. And you know, this week I'm out of my routine. I'm in Florida, and I'm probably going to go out and get ice cream with my family, and not like, I don't want to feel bad about it and feel like, oh my gosh, like I need to punish myself, or, you know, these things that we used to do, we'd get so down on ourselves. And I feel like finding balance, like you said, if you're craving something or you're in an experience where life is too short to not like have the drink at dinner with your friend if you want it. I mean, you don't have to, but if you want it, or you want to get the pizza on the menu, then, you know, you just come home and know tomorrow you're going to start your routine and have your balance. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. Or if you go off your routine, like maybe the last week I was pretty off my routine and I don't feel my best today, but I'm like, okay, Monday, new week, I'm going to get back to it and not think about how I was off my schedule last week and thinking about how I can use today as like a fresh start. Does that make sense?
Yes, just having a fresh start and not punishing yourself because you ate bad and not feeling like you have to run a million miles or work out that much harder because you ate something bad. It's like, just get back in your routine and it's fine. It's no problem. And kind of going off of that, like finding a workout routine that you really love, I feel like is so important too.
Yes. Okay. I totally agree as well. And like enjoying something. And that may not be what I like, maybe not be what Riley likes, or what your friend likes may not be what you like or what works for your body. I feel like I've been in a really good routine, but I am happy you brought this up because I'm kind of in a funk with my workout routine. I can't.
Really?
Yeah. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I wish so bad Ryan and I had something at our house when I'm not like able to go out and go to a class. Because I've been in kind of like the gym era where I like to kind of do my own thing, but I still love F45 and I've been interested in Pilates, but I love walking and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like all over the place that I don't feel like I'm in a good routine, but like, I don't know. What kind of routine are you in right now?
So I will say I saw everyone doing like Orange Theory and all these different workouts. I'm like, okay, in order to be thin or be fit, I have to go to Orange Theory. And I dreaded it because I don't like running. If you love running, you'll probably love Orange Theory. But I just felt like every time I was going, I was like having to force myself or bribe myself. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something else that I actually enjoy doing. And so my routine is a mix of light cardio and lifting in a gym setting. And that's what I like. And I don't feel like I'm forcing myself to go. Like if I miss a couple of days at the gym, I actually am craving it and like wanting to go back because it just makes me feel good. It's not like something I'm forcing myself to do. So I feel like finding balance is very much in part of finding a workout routine that you actually like just because it makes you feel good, not because you're trying to get fit or skinny. Does that make sense?
No, that does for sure. And I think for me, I totally agree with actually craving and going to something and not being like, if I didn't work out 6 or 7 days a week, then count this week as a fail.
Yeah.
I feel like I am in a phase where half the time I want to work out because of how it helps me mentally. I feel so different after I go. And so that's why I'm kind of craving a routine and working out in the morning. I love working out. Like I work out at different times of the day because I'm lucky enough to be able to work from home. But I feel like when I work out in the morning, I usually find myself way more productive and in a better headspace all day. So, you know, if you're trying to find a good workout routine, find something that makes you excited or the way you love the way you feel after. Because I think that will make you fall in love with it to not be attached to your body image.
Yes, that is such good advice. And also something that helps me get excited to go to my workouts is having a cute outfit. I don't know if that sounds silly or stupid, but it's just something that, I don't know, I find joy in liking my workout outfit. I work out harder when I like my outfit.
No, seriously, Riley has the cutest workout stuff. And I feel like I need to like change my budget up to have more funds for my cute workout outfits because I lack in that department. I'm like,
no, you don't.
XXL tee and shorts. And I feel like I would maybe like the way if I liked the way I looked or was excited to put on a new outfit, then maybe I'd be more motivated some days. But I will say to kind of like wrap up the workout side of balance, I have found such a joy in walking. I feel like Rin and I love walking, and I know you and Truly love walking too.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm so happy because I don't like running either. That walking is like appreciated right now. I feel like it never got the credit when we were younger in high school or college when we were working out. Like if you weren't running, like you were not doing enough.
Right. That's like toxic workout culture.
It really is. I love like, I'm not the best at it, but I do have the Oura Ring and I love it. Riley, you would love the Oura Ring.
I think I should get it.
You really should.
I would like it.
Especially because it helps you. I know there's a big fad around like 10K steps or getting a certain amount of steps every day where I'm not crazy about it. If I'm not working out that day, I try to be more conscious of getting like maybe like 8,000 to 10,000 steps that day. So I'm like, okay, well, I didn't do a workout, but I walked or was, active and not sedentary. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Sedentary?
Yeah, no, as long as you're moving your body and getting up no matter what it is, I feel like you have more mental clarity and you just feel better at the end of the day.
Hmm.
So, I totally agree with you. I love a good walk. If I can't get a workout in, I'll just walk around the neighborhood or on the treadmill and just yeah, I love that. But another thing about balance, going back to like food, I feel like finding healthy snacks that you love and that are yummy and that satisfy you are a huge factor in living that like 80-20 lifestyle because you're not going to be craving horrible for you snacks if
Hmm.
you actually enjoy like a healthy snack. What are some of your favorite healthy snacks?
I was going to say, I always find too when I'm eating high protein, I'm so much
Yes.
fuller and have so much more energy that I'm not like, when's my next snack or when's my next meal? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love eating, but I think when I focus on
Me too.
when I focus on protein, I'm just fuller longer versus having something like chips and salsa. Like that's awesome in the moment. And I do that sometimes. But if I'm having, I don't know, I'm trying to think of some of my go-to snacks. I mean, I love hard boiled eggs. So I will do eggs sometimes. I love doing like a protein cookie dough, adding like your favorite protein to a little bit of milk and maple syrup and then adding chocolate chips and you get like 20-25 grams of protein right there. That's one of my favorites because I
Yum.
have a sweet tooth. I'm trying to think. What are some of yours? We probably have some of the same.
Yeah, I like a rice cake with peanut butter and banana and
Good one.
honey. Just yummy things that, I mean, it doesn't have to be the perfect healthy snack, but just something that will satisfy you and it's not like a
Hmm.
potato chip. I think
Yeah.
that is something that has helped
Hmm.
me a lot because it doesn't have me craving horrible food. And also prioritizing protein is a big thing too.
Yogurt parfaits are great.
Oh, yum. I forgot
Hmm.
about those.
I love I don't know how to say it, but
Yes.
Siggis.
Yes.
Best
I like
brand
that
for me.
too. I like that too.
Um,
So,
yeah, what else about balance? Like, so we kind of touched on working out, on food, and I feel like the fun aspect, I know when we mentioned we talk about like the balance of fun, I feel like that kind of goes into like taking trips and having a girls' night out. If someone invites you to a happy hour, like I have been trying to be like, okay, like I'm not always going to dinner during the week or on that weekend with my girlfriends or going on a date night with Ryan. I'm like, I will eat whatever I want on the menu and have dessert after and not feel bad about it. And so I think having fun is, a little bit individual to each person, but have fun, but also find balance. And like when you should probably stay home and get some things off your to do list or clean the house and like find balance of maybe knocking something off your to do list and then allowing yourself to go do something. I feel like in balance with work, life, fun, play, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. What do you think?
no, I agree completely. Sometimes I do that. I'll be like, okay, I can do this if I get this thing on my to do list done that's been on there forever. So, even kind of not bribing yourself, but just kind of balancing, like, get this done and then you can do this. I think that's a
Mm-hmm.
really good tip.
Or like going out and running your errands and allowing yourself to grab a coffee or smoothie or something that you love. I feel like
Yep.
always incentivizes me to go do it because I am getting something rewarding in the end. So we're not perfect. I'm not perfect.
Me
But we
either.
are super type A and we thrive off of routines. So,
Yes.
we're saying all of this like with times where we're not perfect, but we're working on it. And I feel like finding people around you that kind of have the same like goals or habits or lifestyle can help you learn. Like I feel like I learn tips from Riley and we get to kind of like bounce ideas off of one another. But we're not perfect. Some days I'm like beating myself up for not doing these things we're talking about. So it's all just kind of
Yeah.
trial and error and knowing like each day is a fresh chance to work on balance. But what else? What else have we not covered on balance that we wanted to chat about?
I feel like we talked about a lot. I just think that we've come a long way from where we were in college. And I feel like we both are still working on finding the perfect balance, but just not punishing yourself for getting out of your routine or, I don't know, eating something unhealthy. I feel like that's the biggest thing, like just healing your
Mm-hmm.
relationship with food and not getting mad about eating a cupcake.
I can relate. I feel like this could be an episode in itself, but just to kind of like touch on it is I feel if you kind of focus on your priorities, like your top 3 to 5 priorities in your life. So maybe it's health, it's work, it's your marriage. Like those could be your top 3 or whatever it may be. And kind of focusing your decisions off of that. Like if you're in a season where you want to have fun or you want to have more experiences because you're going away to college or you're not sure how long you're going to have until you start a family, or you do have kids and you're like trying to have fun and balance outside of being a mother, then those priorities are going to maybe take over versus like your workout routine may fall to the back burner a little bit or whatever the case may be. I feel like we have so much we could dabble into that, but maybe just taking a look at your priorities and kind of figuring out that, and that can kind of help you get into a routine and kind of work on that balance of all things we just chatted about.
For sure. That's great advice. For sure.
Thanks.
So I think, do you have anything else you want to mention about balance, or should we move on to girls' room?
No, but I'm motivated now. Back
Me
from
too.
my trip.
Talking about it made me like feel like I want to get my priorities and get back on track. Okay, so let's move on to Girls Room. If you guys missed it last week, Girls Room is the segment where we take your submissions and talk about anything and everything. So Girls Room is like when you're in the bathroom, when you're out, and you're just best friends with everyone. You're talking about your life story or your problems, you need advice, whatever it may be. So we got some feedback from last week that you guys wanted us to do more. So instead of 2 submissions, we are going to read 3. So let me pull them up.
Okay, I'm excited.
Okay. I'm excited too. So the first submission says, my honeymoon is scheduled for Maui next month. Do I reschedule and go somewhere else? Which is so sad because your honeymoon is so special. And I've never been to Hawaii, but I've heard amazing things.
My gosh.
Rosie, you've been.
I've been to Maui and I'm so sad because it is the most beautiful place ever. Gosh, this is tough. I don't know. What would you say?
So my gut is saying, unfortunately, I think you should reschedule only because I've been seeing some things about people getting stranded there. And I am such a worrier. I feel like the whole time if it were me going, I would be worried about, what if we get stranded or what if something happens and we get hurt? So I would say in order to enjoy it to the fullest, unfortunately, I do think maybe reschedule.
I know.
You could do
like maybe
a mini moon.
Yeah. Or mini moon's a great idea. I think right now, the severity of how crazy what happened is, which is just absolutely heartbreaking and devastating.
So
that
devastating.
It's going to take a while. My parents, for example, different, but they were in Naples where Hurricane Ian hit, and it's a year later almost, and it's still not fully the same. So you're putting so much time and money into honeymoon. So hopefully you can get your money back, but maybe you could go on your 1-year trip to Maui and it'll be, you could go, I'm trying to think of places similar to Hawaii. I mean, I loved Cabo. Where did you go on your honeymoon again, Rye?
Aruba.
So those are 2 options. They're very
maybe
tropical.
Do a mini moon, like just a mini honeymoon and somewhere tropical to get that, fix in. And then a year from now, when everything's good in Maui, maybe do that. That really sucks though. And I mean,
I'm sorry that you're going through that.
I know. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for everyone in Maui. It's so sad, but I think that's our advice.
Yeah. I would say too, like the last thing you want to do is be worried or having to think and plan and adjust. Like I know you can agree, right? Like on your honeymoon, like you just want to be with your new husband. Like you just want to have fun and not have to worry about all those other things. So I think that would be probably a good idea to reschedule and kind of go there one day. But I feel like it won't be the same experience, even if you do go right now.
It's something to look forward to though, if you do end up rescheduling. Okay, let's go to the next one. So this person said, I have been made redundant from my first big girl job and I'm feeling so down. Which, Rose, sad. I feel like you, like anytime in a rut, I feel like I come to you because you have such good advice on this kind of stuff. So what are your initial thoughts?
So when she says redundant, like she's just kind of like bored and like lost in her job?
I read it as like going through the motions, doesn't really see like the growth opportunity, or you're not feeling it.
Yeah. To Dang, that's sad. I'm sorry. Because there's no worse feeling than not feeling like purpose or fulfillment or just like
Yes.
a grit and grind behind why you're going to work every day. I would say to try and look at the positives of what this job is giving you. But if you really don't see any chances for growth or like you don't love the company or how you're treated, I'd say it's always easier to get another job while you have a job. So maybe actively look in different fields. But if you love this and you're just in a rut season, then I would just say, like, is there different ways you can challenge yourself to find like a new challenge that you can work towards a bonus or get a promotion, or just at least have perspective of like if your job has great pay or great vacation or benefits, at least that is giving you like a motivation of what it is giving you. I don't know, right? What would you say?
No, that's great advice. She did say it's her first big girl job. So that is such a big change. I mean, getting your first job, your whole life changes. So I also think it's a little bit of sticking it out and seeing it through. And like Rose said, making the most of it. Maybe find, if you're going into the office, maybe get a couple new pieces that you could wear that you're excited about your outfit, or adding something into your routine, maybe at lunchtime to kind of give you that boost towards the end of the day, and just finding little ways to motivate yourself throughout the day and even reward yourself. But it is such a big change going to your first big girl job.
Oh my gosh. It is. It's a lot. Like entering adulthood for the first time, especially if you're living on your own, paying your own bills, like life just kind of smacks you in the face. And
Literally.
it's rough. But I would say Riley and I both have had different jobs since our first job out of college. So if you are there for a year or two, Riley, how long were you at your first job?
I was there for about a year.
Same.
And so my 9-to-5 job right now is a recruiter, and I would say to stay at a job for at least a year to figure out if you like it or you want to leave, especially with having that on your resume, for sure.
Yeah, so I was going to say that too. You know, once you've given it a full year, if you seriously hate it, like I used to cry every Sunday. I'm like, this is not normal. So we're not entirely sure, like, exactly your situation, but hopefully that kind of gave you some advice or perspective on how you can make it better or start to look for something else.
Yes, we're here for you. It's gonna turn around. I know it.
I think so too.
Okay, so this is the last one. Let me pull it up. Okay, so this person said, I think I'm getting engaged soon. So exciting, by the way. How do I drop hints on ring design without letting him know I know the secret? Did you go ring shopping with your now husbands? So I didn't go ring shopping, but I always let Cade know what I wanted subtly, like whether it was an Instagram that I sent him. But it's really funny. He actually reached out to one of our best friends, Emily, because she was our roommate at the time. Or sorry, my roommate at the time, not Rose's too. It was just me and Em. But he reached out to Em for my ring size, and she didn't know it. So she like went into my room and traced my rings to figure out what the size was. So I was completely
Perfect
surprised.
girl for the job.
Perfect girl for the job. Rose, you were completely surprised too when Ryan engaged.
Yes, I was entirely surprised. So I think Riley knew exactly what shape she wanted. I had like a few that I liked, and I wasn't sure exactly what shape diamond. Is that what it's called? The shape of a diamond?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Okay, I don't know why that sounded weird. So Ryan and I went ring shopping, but it wasn't like this is happening right now. And it was more just like I wanted to know what I wanted when the time came.
Yes.
And so we just tried them on solely just to know what shape I wanted. And then to me, I know this is total preference. I didn't want to know. I didn't want to know the exact ring he got. I wanted it to be his moment. I feel like it's the guy's one chance to really kind of get the ring and decide how they want to propose. And it's just so cute. No matter what they do, I just love the idea of them getting to think it through. So I would say if you don't know what shape or size you want, even if you feel like it will like tell him that you know, then maybe go by yourself and like figure it out. And then I don't know, how would you subtly drop a hint.
I would say having your best friends communicate with your boyfriend about what you want. I feel like best friends know you so well and you can talk to them and they can relay the message. I feel like that's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
You can always send
you
an Instagram.
Yeah, you can just say like after, if you got like a girls' night, like say Riley and I were at a girls' night, you mention it, you know what you want, then you can be like, just send this DM or text to Kate or Ryan and tell them, oh, when the time comes, just so you know, this is what she wants. Like, you're welcome, or something funny and lighthearted. So it doesn't seem super serious.
Right, exactly. So I feel like looping your friends in, and I feel like they should subtly let you know to get your nails done too, but not be obvious.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'd say like if you're in a season, this is to any girl, if you're in a season where you think it could happen within the next year or two, like I really had no clue when it was happening. I just knew it was happening at some point. Shocked beyond. You were too, shocked beyond. Yeah. But I was like, before getting engaged, probably like the year before, just knowing like it could happen within the next year or two, I just decided, you know what, I'm going to start making getting my nails done part of my beauty routine. So that way I don't have to feel like, oh, if someone's telling me, it's obvious and it ruins the surprise for me and for Ryan. So that's my tip for you guys, to just, if you're even remotely closer, you know it's your person, just decide to get your nails done every month.
I love that tip. And congratulations to you. We can't wait for you. Let us know when it happens. Send us the pictures.
Yeah, I want to send us a picture when it happens and let us see your ring.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love that. Well, I think with that, our happy hour has come to an end. Rose, do you want to explain how to submit to Girls Room?
Yes. Okay. So every week we will do submissions. It is always anonymous. It's a safe place. If you don't follow us yet, follow us on Drinks on Us Pod. Every week we'll put up a submission question box on our Instagram story. If you can't write it out in there, we've gotten some DM messages and we save them all. So, if you've submitted 2 weeks ago or last week and we didn't get to you, we still have them all saved. So, don't feel like we won't get to you. But yeah, if you have anything you're looking for advice on, or gossip or questions, anything like that, feel free to enter and let us know and we'll give you our advice on what we would do to handle it. But I love this segment. I feel like everyone loved it too, which makes me excited.
It's super fun. Well, thank you guys so much for spending happy hour with us. We hope you enjoyed this Girls Night podcast, Drinks on Us. We are brand new to the podcasting world, so please feel free to share this with your friends, your family, your sisters, anyone who you think would love this podcast. We would so appreciate if you shared it with them.
Yes. Yay. Cheers to episode 2 in the books. If you guys do not, we are on Drinks on Us Pod on Instagram and TikTok, Drinks on Us Pod as well on YouTube. Obviously, if you're watching the video format, you already know that. And we can be listened on podcasts, any form of podcast that you want to listen to, whatever your preference is. I'm an Apple girly. Riley's a Spotify girl.
Spotify.
That's like a heated debate, but anywhere you want to listen, we appreciate the support. You can subscribe, leave a 5-star review if you're loving it, and feel free to send us any suggestions in our Instagram. We love any feedback that we can make this better. But to end, we just want you to grab your drink if you have one in hand. We want to cheers to you guys. Thank you again for listening to Drinks on Us. And my challenge/tip is to go write down 3 things you want to work on with your balance this week, a balance in life, whatever that looks like for you. And also cheers to us, Rye. I hope everybody has the best week, a great week.
Cheers.
And cheers. We'll see you again, same time, same place next week.
Yay. Love you.
I just spilled. Love you. Bye.